Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the secret to the success of the ABV Barrel Shop. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Katie Joyce, Linda Modica, and Matt Welge.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hello. We're going to be talking today. This is interesting for me because I'm not really going to participate in the discussion. I want you guys to discuss. You guys know my business. You are all people who come to the store. You know it well. You shop there. You come to events and things like that. So you know a little bit about what's going on there. And I just want to get your take because we've done something that's very difficult with the ABV Barrel Shop, created a successful business. Small business can be a challenge. We know that, half of them go out of business within the first 2 years, and we're coming off our biggest year yet. Our biggest month was just last month. A lot of good things going on. We had a goal for the year. We surpassed that. It's incredibly rewarding, but I want to hear from some of our customers why they think that we're having that success. It's almost like a focus group that we'll be conducting live here that people have to pay thousands of dollars for if they want to get that sort of feedback. We're going to get it here for free. I'll get to listen as you guys do. We'll talk about that after the break. For right now, though, Matt said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Matt?
All right, so I've been on some roundtable discussions where Steve has trash talked Chicago pizza.
It's terrible. Legit horrible.
Things like that. So I was thinking about authentic or regional types of foods. So what's everyone's, like, the first thing they think of? You can say, like, what's the most quintessential regional food?
Okay,
or maybe
cool.
what's your favorite regional food?
Okay.
I think the most quintessential is the Philly cheesesteak. I mean, the cheesesteak is so associated with Philadelphia. Yeah, you can't think of that city, and if you're thinking of name a food associated with it, I think most people are going to say that, or maybe some will say Philly cream cheese. But in terms of a food that you eat, I mean, cream cheese is an ingredient that you're going to use, or a topping. But the Philly cheesesteak is a true food that's associated with the city, and I think that to me is the most quintessential. So that's going to be my answer.
And it's legitimately like good. And
And
that
unique.
you go to, is it not like because I'm in Philly, I'll have
Right.
the cheesesteak. It's
Right.
just a legitimate good food, but it's still associated with them. That's a great answer right off the bat.
Yeah. What else? St. Louis is a hub of these type of foods, but I don't think on a national basis most people associate our city with the great things that we have here. There's a lot of unique ones that are St. Louis, only or found here and started here and spread out to other places. But I don't think we get the credit for those, other than if you're talking to me, I'll talk it up all day long. But
So I don't eat these because I don't like olives, but apparently the olive burger originated in Lansing, Michigan.
Okay, the olive burger.
We even have an olive burger festival. So try
Oh,
different olive burgers.
okay. Okay. The olive burger.
Okay, so when you hear buffalo wings, do you think of Buffalo, New York at all?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, yeah. And supposedly, in terms of snack and appetizer food, that it does tie back to the city of Buffalo. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. That's a good one.
that is a good one.
Probably my personal favorite would be key lime pie.
Yeah,
I'm a
Wow.
huge key
key
lime
lime
pie fan,
pie
but
definitely
it
is Key
still feels
West. Yeah,
special to Key. And so you can get it
yeah,
decent everywhere.
right.
It incorporates the flavor. Like key lime pie yogurt is great. So I think it's a flavor that can be incorporated in other things as well that
Yeah.
I'm also happy with.
It's fun if you go to Key West and get a couple desserts and you just the different takes. Again, it's going to be it's the same base thing, but it's going to be a little bit different at a couple different restaurants. So yeah, and they're always vying for what's the best one. And there's a big thing in Key West where they won't name, just kind of like Kentucky bourbon. Kentucky bourbon, if it's a KDA involved thing, you'll never see like an award who has the best bourbon. That they just don't do that. If there's a festival, they won't sample all the Kentucky bourbons and say which one's the best because they're like, we're not competing against one another. We're all working together to help everyone. And to name one as the best would be a disservice to the rest of the members. So they won't do that. And they really have stopped. There's been a couple festivals that have come up in Kentucky where they've tried to do that, and they've basically strong armed them into stopping that. I don't think they legally can stop them. I mean, you're just if that's your festival, you want to do that. But then they'll call the members and be like, "Hey, you really shouldn't go to this. This is bad for the industry." And then all of a sudden, Bean pulls out, or Heaven Hill, and then a bunch. You're like, "Well, we don't have much of a festival anymore, do we?" So I think they can kind of control it without technically controlling it. So yeah,
Kimswick, Missouri has the Blue Owl. It has the Mile High apple pie.
the Mile High apple pie.
Yeah, it's like the slices are like this thick. I recommend it. Like, yeah. If you get to Kimswick, you should go to the Blue Owl.
You should go. Don't go during one of their festivals, though. That place
No,
is crazy during their festivals.
they have a festival. They have mini festivals.
They have many festivals. That's what the towns are based on festivals,
Oh,
and they
I
have no
love a good
infrastructure.
festival
Yeah,
town.
yeah. You just got to get in there, and and it's you can't even move. So yeah,
yeah.
they're a festival town for sure.
What about Wisconsin cheese curds?
Oh, so
Yeah, Wisconsin and
good
just
one.
cheese in general,
That's a
really.
good
Yeah.
one.
I mean, they own, and I'm telling you, it's better there. I don't want to believe that, but I'll tell you what, I can't get cheese like I can just at any pop up cheese tent, cheese hut, cheese, castle, any of those places you go
Cheese
to.
Castle.
There's all over Wisconsin cheese
Yeah.
castles. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a thing, and I'm telling you, what you get there is better than what you get at home. And I mean,
They squeak when you eat them.
yeah, that's what I
They
was just
squeak.
thinking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
they squeak when you bite into them.
Yeah. So that's cool. Anything else so tied to a region or a place?
Detroit, Coney dogs.
Detroit Coney dogs. They're known for their
Yeah.
Coney dogs. I would have thought Coney Island is the associated with Coney dogs. That's what I would think.
The Coney Island was just the hot dog. Detroit added all of the stuff to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Sounds like Detroit's making it up. They're like, we did that. I got to check that out. It feels
Well,
like,
Do it.
yeah. I'm not going to
One
do
I
it.
think is
Area.
harder to recreate would be like a crawfish boil from New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah.
John and my brother, they had gone down to New Orleans. This was for my brother's bachelor party, but they were like, oh my gosh, these crawfish bowls are just so good. We're gonna recreate this back home, and it was a disaster. They did fine, but end up like the crawfish they ordered didn't come in, and then they were like, fine, we'll do a shrimp boil, and then it's still like all this work. I'm like, no. I was like, that's just an authentic experience. I think you have to
Yeah.
experience there. That's not one that can be
Definitely.
easily recreated elsewhere.
I think that one that, again, known on a national basis, I would assume if you ever go to Baltimore and you're in Maryland and crab cakes, I mean, crab cakes and Maryland go together
Yep.
for sure.
I was going to say, like, what is it everybody eats up there? The lobster rolls?
A lobster
In
roll.
Maine.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Maine.
Maine
Yeah,
lobster
yeah,
rolls.
yeah, for sure.
So cracking your own lobster is an experience everyone should have.
Oh,
But
I don't
then
know about that.
once you've done it once, just get a lobster roll. Like, do not go through the effort to crack your own lobster
Right.
again. It's
Right.
really not that worth it.
No.
My mom always just gets the tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Here's what you should get. If you go up to a place like Maine or something like that, it's called Lazy Man lobster. You get that. It's all cracked and they just present it to you, shaped
Yes.
like the lobster. It comes out, it looks like the lobster, but it's just the meat. Yeah, yeah. That's the way to do
That
it.
is a great way to do it.
Yeah, the Lazy Man lobster. So, yeah,
I do love lobster roe. So it's like the eggs. It's like the caviar, but lobster.
oh, no, that's goo.
So good.
That's
Oh,
just goo. No, I don't want that. That's why I stay away from it. Yeah. They're like, oh, you got to eat that goo there. And I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I'm allergic to all of it, so I'll just take your word for it.
I avoid my goos. Yeah, I'm not a
avoid
goo.
the goose.
I'm not a goo guy. I just avoid goo as a food group. So yeah. So
The gooier the better.
Barbecue in general can be a hot topic too, because you can get a lot of arguments quickly about who has the best.
Sure.
barbecue.
I feel like barbecue becomes overrated because people get too hopped up about it that none of it anymore blows my mind. I feel like,
Okay.
yes, I enjoy barbecue in general. I enjoy it. It's great.
I disagree, but
None of it blows my mind so much that I'm
I do like
"Oh,
the different
this
styles
style or
myself.
This place.
I like Texas. I like Kansas City. I like
Listen, I
Carolinas. I like all those. Yeah,
I do like all of it, but I'm not like, oh, the Texas barbecue. Oh, the
I agree that
people get
I agree
protective.
with Katie in that like none of them stand out as better to me. I just think they're all
Right.
good.
Yeah, I agree. They're all
Whenever
great.
I'm
I
there,
would eat
I'm enjoying
barbecue
whatever one it is. I'm
any
like,
day
I
of the
love
week.
this.
I'm
Yeah.
always happy to go get barbecue. It's
Right.
happy to get any of it, but I'm not like, well, I like this style or this
Yeah.
style is better.
I
No.
never concede much to Kansas City either, but I'm going to give them that their barbecue's better than St. Louis for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't.
fair.
I never put Kansas City ahead of St. Louis, but that's a rare example. KC, you know what you're doing when it comes to barbecuing.
I feel like I'm failing my area when I admit I was like, the St. Louis barbecue's fine. It's fine. It's not
It's-
like mind blowing.
It's just okay. It's come up. It actually has come a long way in the last decade or so. There's been a lot of barbecue places that have come up, and they're doing better, but nowhere near any of the big places. You know, even Memphis is another one to throw in there. I say that's the big four. So Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and the Carolinas. But,
What about Nashville hot chicken? Is that a thing?
yeah, that's a good one.
that's a good one, yeah.
That's a good one that we didn't get, but because it's kind of a newer
Hugely
one.
popular lately. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it too. It's good. I'm a fan of Nashville hot chicken for sure. So there you go. There's a couple regional foods tied to a specific city or maybe a state or an area. But good stuff for sure.
Mine's got to be the Chicago hot dog. If
I'll
I'm
give you
gonna
that.
have,
I like the
fair.
Chicago.
That's
I like
fair.
the Chicago dog. The pizza though, no.
We won't
It's a
have to
good
argue about the.
experience.
We won't
I like
argue
that
about the
it's
pizza.
different. I like that you can have something different. It's good to experience once in a while.
Sure.
Sure. Well,
It's not thin crust and it doesn't have plastic cheese. So Steve doesn't like it.
Give me the plastic cheese. Oh,
plastic
any day of
cheese
the
is the
week.
way to go. So good.
So good.
So good. So good. Yeah. It's unbelievable. That's one of the things I would miss most if I ever moved out of St. Louis. I'd be like, man, I want one of them pizzas.
Oh, if I ever didn't live there, I would seriously crave St. Louis style pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. I saw that, and again, they're nowhere near as good as going to if you get a good Emos. There's also bad Emos franchises and chains.
Oh, yeah, because they're
There's plenty of
franchises.
bad ones. Yeah, but I saw that Aldi picked up on a nationwide basis Emo's frozen pizzas. So,
Did they really?
yeah, my brother-in-law lives in Ohio, and he got some, and someone else did too. That hey, look what we found. So they're out there now. So maybe St. Louis pizza will become a thing around the country, and everyone will want to come here because they want that famous cheese. Emo's is the inventor of that cheese. So
It's just like White Castle. You can get frozen White Castle, but they're not as good as getting the real
true.
thing.
There you go.
no
Yeah,
denying
good
that.
example.
No denying that. Right. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going first. I haven't gone first yet. I'm going to go Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye, the 9-year, 115 proof. My bottle's getting low. This isn't a last show pour though, but I feel like I'm down to the second to last show pour here. So here we go. Nothing there other than a lot of squeaks. Disappointing, but the whiskey is a winner, so I guess I should be happy. All
I feel
right.
like the rest of that will disappear this weekend.
Yeah, this is going to be gone. This is not going to make it through the weekend. Not going to make it. All right. Let's see. Linda, you're next.
Okay, I'm doing Buzzard's Roost, the Double Oak Cigar Blend.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if that cork was going to come out or not, but
That
it
was
did.
the lead up there, yeah.
Yeah, she won. She's won. She's got the lead, I should say. Not she's won, but she's got the lead. We'll let Katie go next.
I've got Bourbon Deluxe. I think this is the most recent one.
Okay. That's the barrel pick there. Okay.
That was disappointing for a brand new bottle.
It was. It's our
I think
lead,
I was
though.
holding it too high on the neck.
That could be. That's our lead, though. Believe it or not. So, yeah.
Do I
Matt,
have
you're...
proof?
What's that?
What's the proof on that?
121 point something, point
Yeah,
74.
121.74.
That's the barrel pick. No wax on the top. The
Correct.
small batch actually has wax. I think they're done with the wax. I think that was the last time they used the wax.
This was foil.
This is foil, yeah, which I like better. The wax is a pain in the ass.
And it's harder to recycle it then.
I
The
know.
bottle.
It's
It's
just
got wax
not good.
on it.
Wax
but-
is a pain. Yeah. Matt, you're next. What do you got there, buddy?
I do have the Bourbon Deluxe. This is the rum cask. It is
Okay,
the
that's the small
wax.
batch. Yeah, it's the wax.
And man, I had a hard time.
Yeah.
I was at a buddy's house and he lent me his butter knife and I just had to tear it up even more. So we'll see how it goes here.
Okay. No, not enough. Katie has the lead, and I think she's in pretty good shape here, unless Justine goes and raids the house that she's staying at, because she only has sample bottles there, I think. So what do you got, Justine?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure they have alcohol here, but
Wouldn't it be great if you went looking for it and they had it locked up?
yeah.
Keep Justine away. They were like, oh,
Well, they
lock up
have
the
a
liquor, please.
teenage son. Well, they have 2 teenage sons, so I'm sure
they
they
do want to
probably
lock it up. Yeah.
they probably hide it. I have Rebel
Okay. Rebel.
100.
And
sample.
that is a screw top. So yeah.
That's a good additional question. That could be a small talk of like, if you have people who have teenagers, like, what do you do with your whiskey?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
at this point, if I had teenagers in the house, there's no way you can like hide it or lock it
Yeah.
up when you have over
Yeah.
500 bottles. Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I mean, putting the fear of God in them is one option.
Yeah. Yeah,
Have
that's
a
all
whole
you can
room
do.
you can lock.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just have to lock like my whole basement.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I lock the dogs out of it, but that's a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. So cheers to Katie. Cheers to Katie.
Cheers.
Ding.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be doing, a little. I'm going to be behind a mirror, a two-way or one-way mirror.
He's
I'm going to
turning
be
his
watching these
camera
guys.
off while he,
Yeah, I'll be watching these guys talk about why they think we have the success we do. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Matt Rainey, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. One day when I grow up, I'm going to grow a big boy beard, just like Colonel Steve.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are discussing the secret to the success of the ABV Barrel Shop.
Yes, we are. So again, I'm going to step away. I'm going to just allow you guys to talk. The forum is yours. You've all been there. You all shop there, so you guys can talk amongst yourself without worrying about me being here. So there you go.
I think first is what I'm drinking right now. This is a barrel pick, the Bourbon Deluxe, and immediately first drink, I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah. And it's unique, and they're all different. And so just the whiskey is available. I think it's a lot easier. If you're a person who is like hunting for the exciting things, it takes away the like trying to find them and then price comparison and all the decision making. You walk into the shop and you can get 100 different good things, and there's always new things coming in, so there's always that new excitement and of different things to try and taste and find all these like special finds with the barrel picks and the single barrel options that it changes the game on bottle buying.
Yeah. I think the main thing is being able to try it before you buy it is the best thing.
Huge. Yeah. And then I think Steve and Darren behind the bar as well, when you're trying them and get that feedback of, okay, what did you think of that? And you can actually give them your actual feedback of what you're thinking of it, because then they'll keep tailoring that and having you try different things. Especially, I mean, at this point, I don't even have to try things because Darren will just say, well, I knew you were going to like this one. This one I wasn't sure, so try this one. But I went ahead and put 2 bottles of this one in it because I knew you were going to love it. And the way it then becomes personally curated if you show an interest and go in there.
Yep.
I've been to liquor stores that offer sample pours of their single barrels, but that's just it. It's just their single barrels. Mm-hmm. And they may only have 1 or 2. And so for me, it's the idea of the single barrel. I think if you wanted to, I think you could have a nice long discussion about the evolution of drinkers, the evolution of someone's palate, and if they haven't gotten to single barrels yet, they will, because it's where you can find those, once in a lifetime experiences. It's only going to happen once. It may not happen again. And to have an entire store that has nothing but those single barrel expressions, I think for me, it's like when Willy Wonka opens the door, and it's just all, his wonderland, that's, or when Dorothy comes out of the house and the tornado is done and the color blooms all across. That's how I feel when I enter the store.
I love that. That's amazing.
I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Justine.
Go ahead, Katie.
I was really impressed when I volunteered at the shop on Christmas Eve of seeing the variety of people that came in, and then seeing Steve's answer of what their interests were. That I assumed it would mostly just be people of coming in and wanting to taste the newest things and having this variety of a palate. But there were many people who came in with a very specific focus, and the way that the shop still had something for all of them. The people who came in of, I only want to taste rye, or the people who, I hate rye, I want to taste this flavor, or the people who came in of, I'm just looking for a gift of something unique. Of multiple people of that in different price ranges as well. And then, or even one person came in and just bought some of the like accoutrements came in and I think got like bitters or kind of the supporting items as well. And so the variety I saw of people within of whiskey buyers that were served within the barrel shop. I was surprised by that it was really cool to see. Kind of sitting there behind the bar.
So it's like, yeah, so the fact that you can go and you can try, and then if you like it, you feel like you have to buy it because it may not be there next time that
Yeah.
you come. Like it could go fast, like the Thanksgiving Day pick. Oh, that's going this week. And I don't think it's just that though. It's also because it's homey. It has like a homey feel to it. Going in there and hanging out, and then the activities that like the
Yes.
different classes that you can take, and the distillers that come in, and like this mini whiskey festival that's coming up, the 3.5 year thing, all that stuff like keeps you coming back too.
There's absolutely an entire community built around the barrel shop. That it's
Yeah.
not just the shop.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is probably the biggest thing for me, just because, I mean, we've talked about it before, how like we've all come together on these podcasts because of Steve. Like he's brought us all together. And I think that like we're like family. And I think that falls over into the shop, that I don't know, it's just like the people that are attracted to the shop and that become regulars, and like everybody once again is like a family and they hang out and like they offer their opinions too if they're there, and like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, it's like the atmosphere. I feel like the shop, if you want to put it to something, when I think of the shop, I think of the TV show Cheers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like
Okay.
everybody knows your name. Like when you walk in there, I feel like Norm should be sitting at the counter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what the shop feels like to me, is the TV show Cheers.
But still being welcoming. Not a thing
Yeah.
where like where other places you could walk in and be like, oh, this is an exclusive club and I don't belong here,
Right.
and being intimidated. It's a welcome, like, hello, new friend. If
Yeah.
it's your first time in. That
And definitely the welcoming is not just, from Darren and Steve. It is the patrons that go. They'll be super welcoming to people that walk in as well.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I will never forget the one time, I can't remember what I was down there for, what was happening, but I remember we were having an event or something at the shop. I don't know if it was a class or whatever, but this couple came in and it was their anniversary, and it was the first time they had ever been to the shop, and I think they were like waiting for their dinner reservation or something, and Probst bought them a bottle for their anniversary present.
Yep.
Just people he didn't know, they just come into the shop. The guy found something that he liked, and like he just bought it for them. And it's like, happy anniversary.
And that's so awesome. I think there isn't,
That's great.
it's hard to find something like that anywhere, that kind of camaraderie, that kind of like welcoming in different things, even in different clubs that you're part of and stuff. It's hard to have that kind of welcoming feeling.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this because I read this and I was kind of stewing about it and thinking about how I would correlate or what I would think of as a comparison. And to me, I mean, without sounding like too much of a suck up here, the answer is Steve. Steve is what makes this thing such a success. And the name that I thought of that kind of rang as a similarity was Ken Lewis, and how Ken Lewis took the party source and his experience of running a liquor store and then made a distillery. And the reason that New Riff is as successful is because he came from another field, another area of whiskey, and said, I can do this. I understand this part of the business. And so to have Steve understanding, everything from the news and the current events and the writing the people, the contacts, and having all that knowledge, and then taking that into retail. It wasn't like he was just going into something. Oh, let's just see if this works. I mean, he knew what would work and what wouldn't work. He had a great backup of knowledge and experience, and so I mean I think that's why it's a success.
Yeah. I think too is Steve's encouragement of people who have ideas for different ways to connect and different kind of one-off ideas of that, encouraging that and developing it of, yeah, absolutely. Let's go for it. Even the way we have like a map tap group now of a
Right.
text group that texts every single day
Yeah.
doing this map tap online, but it's all these same people and it helps keep those connections as well. And the different things that have just stuck and people show an interest in and they encourage it and then it becomes a thing. Even, I mean, Shot and I were volunteering and we made a stupid list that we put up on the wall of top 10 and Steve embraced it and kept it up on the wall rather than be like, these guys are stupid, like take this down. No, it encourages the little ways that we all connect and feel involved.
That marketing science, right? That just comes into play. It's an
Yeah.
art too.
Yeah.
I think that you should encourage syndicate members to volunteer.
Oh
And
my
when
gosh,
they-
volunteering at the shop is the best.
And when they
Like-
volunteer, they can make their top 10 list.
Yeah. So many of these things we talk about, I mean, some of it's tactical, like, I came in, with this idea of we're going to be able to do this and we're going to change how this industry is done. We're going to bring in, lines that aren't in there, and people are like, well, you can't do that. It's a 3-tiered system. They don't have a distributor. I'm like, I know how to work that. I'll just meet with distributors and we'll find out ones that want to work with us. I mean, it's very simple. I get it. I'll never get Breakthrough to work with us or Glacier. They're too big. They're not going to be like, hey, we'll do you a solid. We'll bring in these just for you.
Especially, yeah, with the main corporate.
Yeah, but I knew that if I talked to the right people and be like, we're going to be your easiest account in the world. All you got to do is drop the barrels off to us. That's it. And you're going to make, you're selling, a barrel at a time. Where else, how many stores do you have like that? And we want to do 100 barrels a year,
Yeah.
So we came in and we changed things in a landscape that's hard to change. Got lucky on some things, like we secured the place next door, and that ends up being a huge play into what we're doing today. A lot of the success and flexibility that we have is because of that place next door. On a daily basis, is that a moneymaker for us? No, but when it does, it's a game changer. When we're utilizing that thing, and if nothing else, sometimes it's just for storage. It gives us so much flexibility, and I like the small store. And so many people come in and be like, all right, when's the expansion coming? Never. That store is perfect as is. If I triple the size of that store, I'm not going to get 3 times the amount of people. So then, it becomes this great win to something that is bad. So some of that's lucky, some of it's skill, some of it's just things come together, right place, right time. But I do feel like the place is special, and focusing on community and, changing. And I see liquor stores now doing that in St. Louis. I see that, it's about putting in golf games or whatever, to get this idea of it's not a place to go in and just shop and buy your alcohol. You're trying to make it a place where people come out and hang out and have fun. And I'm like, we did that to this market. We showed them that this is how you build a customer base, and it's kind of cool. It's been pretty rewarding. The toughest thing is, my co-founder and Jim not here. It's that's something that's always with me. The fact that, Jim's not here, and, we started this together. I couldn't have done it by myself. I'll never say, hey, I'd have done this with or without Jim. I couldn't have done it without Jim. What he brought in terms of the build out of that store and the confidence of having a buddy with you, I think that's also can't be, you can't look down at that. Doing this yourself, that's pretty scary. But when you got somebody with you, it's just like anything else. It's like, hey, I got a friend here. We're going to do this together. So the fact he's not here now, that's a tough thing. It always will be. But I also hope that the success of that place, to make it a long-term place, a place that hopefully is always there, means that Jim is part of that forever. He's part of that history. So I think it's a cool thing. So the shop special, you guys get to see the people that really enjoy it. That's not always the case. I mean, we had a guy in last week, he just wants to buy he wants to buy, the super allocated stuff. He comes in and walks in. He sees a highly rated store in St. Louis, so he doesn't know anything. He just walks in and, what is this place? I mean, he looked around for like a minute and just walked out. And I was like, he doesn't get what we're doing. He didn't understand. He come in to want to find, is this place going to have Blanton's or whatever?
Right.
And we didn't have it. It's not the place for him. And, maybe at some point on his journey, he'll get past that stuff and maybe we'll get another chance at him. But that's just the way I look at that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So what we have is different, unique, special. The people that like it really like it. And I'll tell you, it's exciting. There's several things that are exciting about this job, having this business. One is when people come in and they're having fun. When we do an event, I don't know if it's Richard or Demetrius or whomever, and everyone's having a good time or it's one of our festivals, man, that's a good feeling. Gosh darn, that is a good feeling. So that's a cool thing. And then the other thing is changing people's whiskey journeys. There's so many people that come in and they've spent all their time looking for the Pappy or whatever, and they get frustrated and they're kind of getting burnt out on the whiskey industry. And then they come in and find our place and they're like, wow, I think I just want to focus on this stuff. And there's a lot of the customers like that. It changes how they look at whiskey, and that's very rewarding. And Darren and I now, it's, Darren and I there, and we'll be like, wow. We'll talk about a new one. Like, hey, I had this person come in. Have you seen him? They're like, yeah, he came in, 2 times last week. You can feel when someone's like got the bug for the place. That's a neat feeling too. That they understand, they've kind of figured out what you're doing and they love it. So it's a cool place for sure. So
you've ruined me for all other liquor stores. That's for sure.
Yeah. We're one of a kind. I hear that so much because, some of it happens because of this show, but even more of it happened because of the fact we're on that Bruzel video and so many people watch that and have come in and so many people say that exact line. I wish I had one of these by me. I wish. What a compliment that is. I wish I had one of these stores by my house. Cool, right? So, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a wild ride and something that I've certainly enjoyed. And, I think we've far surpassed our wildest dreams with this thing. And, again, it's pretty...
You put in the work for it too, though, Steve. Yeah. That you have put in unfathomable work that not many people in the world will be willing to put into this. And so it makes me happy to see it be a success and see it succeed of what you are wanting as well.
It's definitely a labor of love, and you got to put in the hours. And I just always, what I like to say is work scared because failure would be tough. The financial loss, something not being successful, that'd be tough to take. And I don't want to do that to my family. I don't want to do it for my future. I don't want you get to a pretty good point in your career, and this was kind of a late career move for me because I always wanted to kind of like retire early and stuff like that. So this is a late career move opening this place, and and then the loss of Jim certainly compounds that. The fact that I got to put in a lot more hours than I anticipated to make the place a go. But it's been pretty fun ride. I have to say that I enjoy being there for sure. Yeah, so there you go. So there it is. There's our focus group on the ABV Barrel Shop, why it's a success. I appreciate you guys sharing your honest and open feedback. That's good stuff, and I appreciated all the nice compliments for sure. It's cool. It's good to hear. I sincerely appreciate everything you guys said. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Matt, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yep, across all socials at Whiskey Tequila Fridays Podcast.
All right, Linda.
Linda Modica across all socials.
All right, Katie.
I would say you can find me at the Barrel Shop about once a quarter, but I've actually been doing a little better.
She's been stepping it up.
I haven't had any 3-box pile-ups lately, so you can go find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
Yeah, the thing that Justine brought up, have syndicate members work there. I think we want to do more of that. People had a legit good time, and they're asking us when they can do that again. And again, that happens because we happen to all be out of town, all of us being Darren and I. And it's like, how do we make this happen? Do we just be lazy now? Because do we start doing more things out of town?
Let us volunteer. Let us have our fun.
It's like, Darren, you and I can have a day off. Because the crew wants to work here. So yeah,
you just need to train a few crew members on the cash register so that Amy doesn't have to do that.
Yes, yeah.
And then you're set.
Then I'm set. Yeah. So we'll have to. Katie would be a good one. She'd be eligible for that. I gotta feel like a judge would be the most honest person in the world. So
Yeah, that's
so I feel pretty good about that. So there you go. All right, Justine, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop, the place we talked about today. You can be part of what we're talking about, even if it's just a pass through town. Please stop in and see us. We can be found at abvbarrelshop.com. All the details about our events, classes, where we're at, all that kind of good stuff. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.